The District, Season 1, Chapter 9, Questions. Isabel finally tells Lynn everything, and the office mood shifts as quiet murmurs of an internal audit start moving through Spenstone Group. What does it mean to get something off your chest? Why do we say a rumor is going around? And how does the phrase "I guess so" actually sound in natural fast speech? By the time Saturday morning rolled around, Isabel couldn't hold it in any longer. She met Lynn at their usual cafe, the one tucked between two buildings, and told her everything. The discrepancy, Richard's pointed question, James' strange behavior, the new watch, all of it, finally getting it off her chest. Lynn listened quietly, stirring her coffee without drinking it. "Okay," she said finally. "That's a lot." "I know," Isabel said. "I don't know what to do with any of it." "Do you think James is actually involved in something serious?" Lean asked carefully. "Like financially serious?" "I don't know," Isabel admitted. "Part of me doesn't want to believe it. He's been so kind to me since day one. But then there's this whole secret laptop thing, and the watch, and she trailed off, shaking her head. "I just don't know anymore." "Don't jump to conclusions," Lynn said gently. "You taught me that idiom, remember?" Isabel managed a small laugh. "Touche." "Seriously, though," Lynn continued, "there could be 100 explanations that have nothing to do with fraud. People do weird, secretive things for all kinds of reasons. Doesn't mean it's criminal." "You're right," Isabel said. "I just wish he'd tell me what's going on." "Give him a little more time," Lynn said. "You said he asked for that, right? Maybe trust him a bit longer." Isabel nodded slowly, though the doubt didn't fully disappear. By Monday morning, the office felt different. Not dramatically, but noticeably. Small groups clustered near the coffee station, a little longer than usual. Conversations dropped slightly when certain people walked past. "Have you heard?" James asked, sliding into his seat, his voice lower than usual. "Heard what?" Isabel said. "There's a rumor going around," James said. "Apparently, there's going to be some kind of internal financial review. Nobody knows exactly why or how big it's going to be." Isabel's stomach tightened. "An audit?" "Maybe," James said. "Could be routine, could be something else." He glanced toward Margaret's office, the door firmly closed. "Either way, people are nervous." Later that afternoon, walking past the compliance office, Isabel noticed the door slightly ajar. Through the gap, she saw Richard Holt standing across from Margaret's desk, the conversation low and serious, as though she couldn't make out the words. She slowed her pace instinctively, then caught herself and kept walking, telling herself it was none of her business. But the image stayed with her the rest of the day. Richard, calm and precise as always, And Margaret, arms crossed, her usual composure, looking just slightly, almost imperceptibly strained. Something was clearly happening. Isabel just didn't know what yet. Hi everyone, welcome back to The District, Chapter 9 Questions. The tension at Spenstone is starting to spread beyond just Isabel's notebook. And there's some excellent language to unpack today. Let's start with the opening line. Isabel couldn't hold it in any longer. To hold something in means to suppress or contain an emotion or piece of information, often when it's becoming difficult to keep doing so. I tried to hold in my anger, or she couldn't hold it any longer and finally cried. It's a really vivid physical way of describing emotional restraint. Now let's look at the phrase right after it. Finally getting it off her chest. To get something off your chest means to share something that has been bothering you, releasing the emotional weight of keeping it private. It's an extremely common idiom, often used right before or after someone shares something difficult or long held. I needed to get that off my chest. Or, once she got it off her chest, she felt so much better. Notice how naturally it pairs with hold it in. One describes the suppression, the other describes the relief of release. Grammar wise, let's look at this exchange. Do you think James is actually involved in something serious? I don't know. This is a classic example of an embedded question. A question structure placed inside another sentence using normal word order rather than question word order. Notice we don't say, do you think is James actually involved? We keep the standard subject verb order. James is actually involved, even though the whole sentence functions as a question. This structure trips up a lot of learners, so it's worth practicing deliberately. Now, pronunciation time. Let's listen to Isabel's small response. I guess so. In natural fast speech, I guess so often compresses quite a bit. The guess and so blending together smoothly, sometimes sounding almost like I guess so, as one quick unit, with very light stress overall. This phrase is used constantly in casual English to express mild, slightly uncertain agreement, different from a strong, confident yes. Learning to recognize its soft, quick pronunciation will help enormously with natural listening comprehension. Let's go back to James's comment about the office mood. There's a rumor going around. When something is going around, especially information like a rumor, a story, or even an illness, it means it's spreading from person to person within a group or community. There's a rumor going around the office, or there's a cold going around, be careful. It's a really natural, very common structure for describing the spread of information or illness. And finally, let's notice the closing image of the chapter. Margaret, arms crossed, her usual composure, looking just slightly, almost imperceptibly, strained. The word imperceptibly means in a way that's barely noticeable or detectable, almost too small to perceive. It's a wonderful, precise word for describing very subtle changes, exactly the kind of tiny crack in someone's composure that's easy to miss unless you're looking very closely, just like Isabel is here. That's our lesson for chapter 9. We covered the expression hold it in, the idiom get something off your chest, embedded question structure with normal word order, the natural soft pronunciation of I guess so, the phrase going around for spreading rumors or illness, and the precise descriptive word imperceptibly. So the rumors are spreading, the internal review is coming, and that brief, tense glimpse of Richard and Margaret behind a half closed door leaves Isabel with more questions than ever. In our next chapter, Margaret addresses the whole floor directly for the first time, and the words routine due diligence start to feel a lot less routine than they sound. I'll see you there.